All right, Group C, we've got New Zealand, West Indies, Afghanistan, Uganda, and PNG.
Yeah.
Bit of a tougher group. You got 3 teams in here that are
say
ranked
it's a
up
more
there in the
even
world.
group.
Probably the most even group,
Yeah.
you're right, I think. So who are we going top 2? I think we're going similar again, but this is a bit of a coin toss for second, I'd say.
Oh, 100%. I'm going New Zealand to top the group.
Yep.
I think we love some of the New Zealand players, don't we?
Yeah.
Especially
Ratchet
you with
Ravindra.
Ravindra.
I'm so excited.
And then purely because of the home nation sort of factor, I'm going to go the West Indies to sneak into second.
Ooh.
Although Afghanistan,
They're
do
a
have
good
the potential-
T20 team as well,
They have the
yeah.
potential to finish in that top 2. Honestly, I think this top 3 could go any which way.
Could go anyway. I'm going to agree with you on that one. New Zealand and West Indies. I think West Indies will even push for the top. I think that West Indies-New Zealand match will be actually really close. In the past, West Indies have been horrible at...
Didn't even make the last.
Didn't even make
World
the
Cup.
last World Cup, but in the past, they've got actually won 2 World Cups themselves. So 2020 is their main format. They've got so many guys that travel around the world and play this format over anything
They
else.
get paid ridiculous amounts of money.
And they've got the experience now that I think the likes of Dre Russ just can... I thought he was done. And then in the IPL, he showed that he was still awesome, still a great all-rounder. So that type of all-rounder you need. And then at home, you got the home support, the home pitches, which they know. They've got a lot of guys that can change their pace on these pitches. So actually, I'm going to change it. I'm changing mine, my top 2. I'm putting West Indies first.
West Indies 1.
New Zealand
I like
number
it.
2.
I
Stuff
like
it. I'm going that.
Well, you know what happens when
why
you
not?
get individual X-factor players from the West Indies and you put them together in one team? It's either going to go horribly wrong
or they're going to win the whole thing.
great.
Yeah.
It's going to go superb. And I think they could actually go like outstanding.
All right, I'm going West Indies to top the group. New Zealand fans might not be happy with that.
Whatever happened to Spiceman? Was he
Oh,
West
yeah,
Indies? Was he
true.
playing in...
No. What happened to him?
If you don't know, he played for the Melbourne Stars.
Melbourne Stars, yeah.
Was known for his celebrations.
Yeah.
So if you haven't searched him up,
What was his
search him
name
up. He
again?
had the long dreadlocks. He had he died.
Andre
in red.
Fletcher.
Andre
Fletcher. That's it.
That's it. Yeah,
he
died
was a
in red.
beast. Yeah.
Yeah, he took a couple of screamers, I remember, in the Big Bash, but I don't know, they just got that X factor about them, and it's been a while since some great cricketing nations have gone to the West Indies, or even they've even held a tournament.
Yep.
So I think definitely the people
They'll be up and about for it.
in the Caribbean will get around it.
Yep. All right. So we're going New Zealand, West Indies, and then I'm going West Indies, New Zealand top 2. Afghanistan, I think we're both agreeing, as you mentioned.
Third.
They've got a really good just T20 depth. I think if they were in another group, they might finish second, maybe in Group D, which we'll touch on. So they're probably unlucky they're in this group. And then I've got PNG and Uganda after that. I talked
I've
up
got the same,
PNG because I think they did really well at one of the tournaments, but Uganda won one of the African Cups, so they're not too bad as well. Is that what you got?
Yeah, I've gone the same order as you. I think again, just in the warm-up games, I think Papua New Guinea have played against more established cricket nations.
Yeah, so they'll be more used to
in
it.
Oman.
Yep.
They've played against Namibia. They've played against Nepal, who are all in this tournament.
Yep.
Whereas Uganda have really only played African nations.
Uganda
including,
did beat
Kenya.
South Africa once, but that
They
was like
did.
the South African C team. They didn't have any of their like star players South Africa playing. But that was a pretty crazy upset. So
Yeah. So Uganda, they have played Namibia, but yeah, a lot of the nations that they've played have been like Ghana, Kenya, Botswana,
not even in the
Mozambique,
tournament.
Rwanda.
Yeah.
Not even in the tournament.
Yep.
Not even getting anywhere near the tournament.
Yeah. So hopefully, awesome that they're here. We've got 20 countries now, but yeah, hopefully they can try and get a win. That's the aim.
I'll be like, don't get me wrong. I'd love to see them play. I got a soft spot for Uganda.
You got a soft spot for Uganda?
Soft
Okay.
spot,
What was their nickname again? I'm trying to remember.
Were they the Cranes?
Maybe they were the cricket cranes, and I've stuffed
Yeah,
that up.
because they got the crane on their.
Their flag.
their
Yeah,
flag.
sorry, the
Yeah,
Ugandan
yeah,
cricket
yeah.
cranes. That's it. There we go.
Yeah.
I have to
I
remember
love
that
that.
one.
I
Yeah,
love
nice. All right, standout player. Who you going?
I'm gonna go Finn Allen.
Ooh.
I think he's gone a little bit under the radar into the lead up of this tournament because he was great against Australia in the 2020 series. He's just a great 2020 player in general, and I'll get to him in my big. I might as well just say it now. My big
your
call
big call
is
if he
Finn Allen
involves-
related.
Yep.
He's going to be the top run scorer after the group stage out of
Any
player
team in the group stage.
tournament.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
team.
is a big call. Wow.
So at the conclusion of the group stage, Finn Allen be a top run scorer because I think he can score absolute bag of runs against PNG, Uganda, even the likes of the West Indies.
Well, that's the thing. West Indies, I am talking them up, but their bowling is where it sort of lets them down. They do have wicket takers, but guys that go for a lot of runs.
Do they have good enough spinners? Whereas I feel like
They
the West
got,
Indies have a lot
is
of
it
great.
Mozi? Or is it
Yeah.
Coatsy? I can't remember his name. Coatsy, yeah, he's a decent spinner. Yeah, you're right. They need to probably are a little bit worried in the bowling sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
so Phil Allen can dominate that group stage.
I think he can. He's got the potential to. So that's my big call.
Don't mind that. I'm going cricket today's What is he? Prodigal son. I was trying to figure out how to say that.
It was the person that he was our big break.
He was. He
Shamar
grew
Joseph.
cricket today. So thank you very much, Shamar Joseph. I think he's going to light up this tournament. Obviously got injuries against Australia in the tests, but it was dominating even on one leg against Australia. He was amazing.
Yep.
His ability just to bowl quick, scare opponents, and then just bowl consistently at the stumps, I think is going to scare a lot of these teams.
He was the first time in many years you sort of felt an affiliation with the West Indies in Test cricket.
Yeah.
So
I think everyone in the world
did. And he's got a great story of how he came into the game.
Yeah, he wasn't even playing cricket a year before his debut, right?
Yeah, he didn't even
he didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, pretty much. He wasn't playing cricket. He was. I can't even remember the story off the top of my head, but check it out.
His neighbour, that's what it was. His neighbour introduced him to cricket because he's like, this guy looks like he'd be good at cricket, and then he got into it. So awesome effort by Shamar Joseph just to even get to this point. But I think he's going to be the X factor if he can get a couple of wickets every game, like you said about Hazelwood, and get that 10+ wickets in the group. Group stage, then they're going to progress out of this group pretty easily, I think so. Because Alzari Joseph, they sort of relied on in the past, but he just doesn't get enough wickets. I think at times he can, he can get wickets, but he's not going to get enough, I think. So Shamar Joseph.
He's another one of those that's probably too quick to be good in the short format.
It needs to be a bit more accurate.
Anything off the bat, it can fly the rope.
Yep. There might be a call. I'm just going to roll straight into that. Windies will be the most exciting team to watch. I saw you can bet on this. They will hit the most sixes of any team. I think they're the favourite of that for that market.
Yeah, okay.
Their top three.
I'll double check. Actually,
I didn't even mention this. They just beat South Africa in 3 straight 2020s. In this little tournament they had in the build-up. Yep. South Africa weren't full strength, but Windies absolutely smashed them. And their top 3 for each of the matches were hitting 4 sixes each. So I think it's going to be so exciting on these grounds. They know exactly where the little small pockets are of each ground. And the Windies are going to be very, very exciting to watch, I think. So watch this space for their few matches. Yeah.
I'm trying to have a look here.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of group winners, but top nation wicket takers.
Yeah.
We'll get to Group D and I'll tell you once